Alright, there we are. Recording started. Well, um, here we are, going at it again with Burn. I'm trying to go a more pure route, um, taking kind of the idea from old Pauper Burn with the Gitu Lava Runner, Soulscar Mage, for Wizards as well, for Wizards Lightning on Viashino. Um, Going play with fire, shock, lightning strike being another one of those cards from that pauper burn. The bone crushers are just good for shocks in a body, honestly. The 2 mana shock is just worth it to also eventually be a 3 mana 4/3, and if it's not, we can side it out post board, which I really love. Light up the stages are always good if you're not able to make your count in burn. That's why you don't play it in modern, but you can play it here in this because there's just you don't have enough. Skewers, of course. I'm playing 3 of Slang Fire, 17 lands. Um, I've put in about 7, I'd say, games on best of 1 and won 6 of them. Um, but I haven't played enough to know whether or not I want to go down 1 and up to 18 lands or not yet. The skewer or the light up the stage is really nice with hitting my land drops, which is 3 Den of the Bugbear because this aggressive. This card's amazing. Um, you want to be playing it on these early turns. You usually do. You know, you don't normally have too many lands in this deck, but if you get to that point, um, then you actually still have payoff. You also have the Ramonap Ruins as ways of dealing damage. I put in a one of Sokanzin as well because it's an untapped red source, or it makes the tokens. It's really good. And then 11 mountains to round out the number. I don't want 4 Den of the Bugbear. I don't want to be running into them too often because multiples aren't really that great usually. And Ramunap, I'm at 2 right now. Only 2 of the lands don't actually tap for red without pain, but I think that's enough. And then my sideboard, we've got the stopping life gain package. Roiling Vortex are also really good for just any free spells, cheating anything out, omniscience and things like that. If we go against whatever that fucking ultimatum is, I can't remember the name. A couple risk factors for control decks. They're really good at drawing cards. Plus, you can jump start them, which means if they get countered the first time, you can still play it again from your bin by sacking a land or pitching a land from hand. Angels is a really powerful deck. Rakdos likes to play from its graveyard. There's just a lot of graveyard decks in general, and Grafdigger's Cage tends to be a decent catch for most of them. The only thing notably that I would argue we might have an issue with that it doesn't hit is Scavenging Ooze, but they're not even that common, and we've got the Vortex and Rampaging Ferocidon to deal with those types of decks, because usually they're creature-based, and Ferocidons will hit those. Um, and then I've got 2 Chandra and 2 Hazoret. These are usually for control and mid-range matchups. So risk factors, Chandras and Hazorets just kind of are um, great pieces to round out. I really like Hazoret. I usually put 1 in the sideboard with 2 Chandras, but I don't see it nearly as much as I want to. So I've upped it to 2, and I wanted to try that. Oh, someone joined the actual stream while I was explaining that. If you want, I can go back over the deck. But we're going in. I'm trying to make a true burn deck in Explorer or Pioneer because we have red aggro with burn spells, but it's not really burn. In my opinion, burn plays at maximum 12 creatures. Bone Crusher, however, makes that math really weird. I don't count it as a creature. This is kind of mediocre. Opponents on the play too. Yeah, I'll keep this. I'll try it. I have a 4 land rule as well when it comes with burn, true burn decks. Uh, that actually makes me feel a little bit better. Where if you have in your opening 7 4 lands, you just can't keep it. You have to mulligan. It's not worth it. It's always worth seeing your next 6 because the 4 lands don't really get. For lack of a better term, they're not gonna get you out of it. This is rough. I think the right play here is just Lava Runner, hold up, play with fire. Oh, this is really not a great position. This is also our worst matchup. That actually makes me feel a little better because they left just green open. Alright, we really need to draw an on-land off the top. This is, and not having Soul Scar out is a big deal because Soul Scar helps deal with these over time with your burn spells, and that's a huge part of why you're able to take game ones against Angels is over time putting the neg 1 counters on them and accruing advantage slowly. I can't really do that here. And to be efficient with my spells and burn is a real fucking important. So, yay. But this is why we have 6 sideboard cards for this deck. That's interesting. Let's see if they fall for it. I mean, we definitely 2 for 2 there. We have light up in hand. We're gonna. All right. In that case, we light up here. We missed 2 points of damage. Yep, this is the only way where it was really just an unfortunate moment. Well, I'm gonna take this chance to kill them then. To kill these bishops, or one of these bishops. I don't think we're winning this game, but we're definitely not winning it if they just gain 8 this turn. Yeah. Wow, Lightning Strike. Or I mean... Lightning Strike, yes, the card that was already in my hand. That's what's changing. No, alright, well we've got Soul Scar. So now we just have to essentially see first if they fuck up on anything, and second, what they do. So they're just gonna take it down to 22. That's smart. Oh my god, I'm dead to like really anything. Oh well, technically not. Problem. Oh, that's a concession. Don't want to spoil anything else. So we bring in everything. So we have to cut 9 total. So Slang Fire is actually really good at dealing 4. I like to cut Wizard's Lightning via Shino and certain things, but I think Bone Crushers get cut here. Lightning Strikes aren't great either. And I'll cut 1 via Shino. 11 Wizards is still fine for Wizard's Lightning. My minimum for Wizard's Lightning is 10. Alright, so we'll be on the play. This is not great. Yeah, I can keep this. This is a pretty good hand.
Alright. Hopefully they just play a tapped land. I can attack and light up, set up a turn 2 Ferocidon. That's fine too. They're not blocking. That possibly changes things depending on my light up. Actually, no, I don't have to. I can wait on that. Oh, well, that was fun. Because that pretty much just means I do that. Yep. Unfortunate. Oh well. Technically missed a prowess point there, but boo-hoo. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to pay Adamant. Oh well. Hopefully that 1 point doesn't matter. I also find it interesting they're playing the snow mana base. That's I just find that at least the mana base I have with this deck is really weird to play all 3 colors if they're playing the 3-color variant, which I assume they are, but they just might not be. It's really unfortunate here that I don't have um another land, but I mean, I guess 3 is not bad, and if they block and go back up to 20, that's great for me. Hmm, that was a bad move. Okay, I like this. Well, I definitely play this to pump Soulscar for +1, get in there, and then drop Ferocidon. Drop this nasty Ferocidon on their lap. I've just got so much hate against them. And that's why I love the sideboard of this deck. This is generic burn hate. I brought in 9 cards. 2 of them actually just straight up constantly deal damage to them while also stopping them from gaining life. So it's not like I'm trading damage. It's just I'm trading a little bit of resource of time. And then these, they still give the prowess trigger and they're 1 mana. Bink. Okay, and there's the concession. Do I want to go back in with everything? Like, do I want Chandra's instead of something else? I think that just makes me too slow for this. I'm still being aggressive. Yeah, yeah, it feels right. I'm on the draw now. Does that change how I want to play this? I don't think so. I don't, yeah. I don't think being on the draw really changes my board at all. I'm still running my 9 pieces of hate because I'm a maniac. Don't overboard and burn, kids. That's supposed to be the lesson. Opponent is really deciding whether or not they want to be on the player draw. I think they might be soul roping me now because they misplayed with that cage because they're literally just sitting on the player draw button right now. Also, um, peek behind the curtain, I may or may not have an episode of Star Trek going in the background.
So if you hear any weird noise on or audio, that's what that is. Ugh. On the draw, it's tempting, but I really don't like keeping one lands, especially. But they don't really have removal, and Wizard's Lightning is good removal on like turn 1 Gitu, turn 2 Lightning. We'll risk it, whatever. I've got a hate piece in Vortex. So, plus we're on the draw. So I've got 2 draws before I even need to hit a land. See? Never didn't have it. I also could have played with fire and then skewered it here, but skewer is already have another copy of Vortex in my hand. It's hard to get rid of. They're playing white, but I also have Ferocidons. So I could skewer here, but skewer is really easy to get off. I have Viashino here too, so if I get another land, Viashino plus skewer goes off. I've got the there's no prowess cards out, so that's not an issue. These things power is just going to be 2, so I can do it post combat and not worry about missing a prowess trigger as well. So. There's a lot of lines with burn. It's easy to play, hard to master. Alright. Righteous Valkyrie is scary, I'll say that. I think I have to Vortex here. Theoretically, I could bait an attack, or I can attack. Yeah, I can do this. I can play this, attack with both. If they block, I skewer. Or I can drop Soul Scar if they don't. This is a riskier line. They're gonna gain life next turn either way. It's just not whether or not I get a land the next turn is what I'm banking on. But honestly, that's impressive. I was hoping they were gonna block actually, but this works, and hopefully they just gain like 4 life or something. It's not too bad. Like I have a decent amount of creatures. I can come back from a little bit of life gain. Like that. That was great. Yep, we're just gonna go all out. No blocks. That's interesting. I just killed a Righteous Valkyrie here then. I guess I should have played with Fired before to put them to 8 and then done this, but oh well. Semantics, right? Yeah, that was a punt. Oops. Yeah, once they declared no blocks before damage, I should have cast Play with Fire so Soul Scar Mage had 2 power. Ooh, that's fucking terrifying though. Yep, I'm gonna come in for 5 here. They're probably not gonna block, and then I Roiling Vortex. But I see now why they're doing the snow. They're doing a book version, so they're not playing black for veto. Now my question is, do I put them to 2 here, or do I Roiling Vortex? I'm just gonna put them to 2. Like I've been playing this whole game without stopping their life gain, so. Besides, I can't anyways. I'm still relying heavily on this gaining this. So okay, coming in for 6, gaining 6 up to 8. Oh, that's really funny. Yeah, I don't think I have. Oh, I'm just dead in the air actually. Yep. Oh well. We came close. It is a horrible fucking matchup for us. But wait, here's hoping for like almost anything else. How about Jund? Are there any idiots playing Jund? That'd be great. Yep. Great hand. Risky as all hell. But on 6, it's a keep. I've got 3 possible 1-drops before I can even get my second land. Or if I draw a second land within the 2 draw steps, I have the ability to shock, skewer, and then attack for 8, putting them to 12 on. Or wait, no, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lied. 12. 13, not 12. But still. I was thinking 3, 3, and 2 is 8, which was an old thing in Standard. Back when I played Lava Runner in Standard. And also, arguably, you can play Pyromancer here, deal 2, and being able to start attacking for 2, plus the 1 there, so it's 3. But it doesn't compound nearly as nice, plus this kind of puts fear in their hearts, if we're being honest. Oh, they're using removal on our Lava Runner too. Ooh, that's fucking unfortunate, however. We are probably bringing in Hazoret's now. Hazoret's one of the best cards against that. Weirdly enough, I play the land, Lightning Strike, pitching a Viashino. That is one of the most awkward cards against me. This is interesting. It feels like this deck is made to be played against the aggro decks in the format right now. Just like a black-white mid-range. I feel like I should be fucking expecting a smallpox to be played next turn or something. Well, this isn't great, but I still have outs. Barely, but I do. I mean, this mulligan's really not helping with all this life gain threat. Unfortunate. But it does only put you up to 15 instead of. Ooh, thank you. Well, I mean, you don't hope for land, but it's not the worst thing to get here. And like that's Den of the Bugbear's a real fucking clock. I love Manlands, especially Den. Like this right here is why it's in this deck. And we do this as well. It's really to kind of hide information. We could have actually kept that Ramonap in our hands, but I like to play it out. Oh, Siege Rhino hurts to see though. That's rough. Okay. So we're playing against a Rhino deck apparently. All right. So if I attack, I don't think I attack. I think I just stay back, play her, pop the ruins, not pump the ruins, and hope for a burn spell off the top that I can use to kind of minimize this Rhino and shrink it down like Mario when he gets hit. Plus, I'm at 15. Like, I'm at a really reasonable life total. They play a second Rhino here. I'm practically fucked. Ah! Okay. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Okay. Well, I mean, I can kill a Rhino here. I can sack a Goblin to kill a Rhino. Do I? Nah. I think it's worth the risk. Oh, they ordered wrong. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that was an oops on the opponent's part. I am at wow. 3 rhinos in 15 cards. Statistically, 1 would be in there. Oh, that hurts. Okay. And we're playing against this fucking mid-range style. So, I like the Chandras too, but I don't like all these big things. The Slaying Fires actually come out because those things have 5 toughness. Bone Crushers are alright. They're other big they're more big shit. But so it's gonna be the one of Viashino that comes out here, and then probably the 4 Bone Crushers, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 4 Bone Crushers. Like they block, they do decent. Chandros deal 4, so I'm gonna go with no. Hazarets can at least kill and block profitably against the Rhinos. Plus they're indestructible, so the opponent will have to exile them. We did see March, but we also have 2, and March is very, very likely to be 3 to 2 copies, I'd say. Hell, if we're lucky, it might even be 1. Clearly on the play. Keep this. It's a very keepable 7. Probably gonna go Lava Runner, play with Fire Skewer, you know, deal 7. Alright, what's the opponent up to? They mulligan too, that's a good sign for us. Okay, alright. They were just, oh, fun. Can't play more than 1 non-creature each turn. Okay. That lets us get Roiling Vortex out there quickly and really establish that that's alright. We're just gonna turn off their life gain then. But we don't need more than 1 non-creature spell. Plus here, we'll be able to untap, attack for 1, skewer, then pass the turn and play with fire, or use Roiling Vortex if we want. If we draw an additional land too, we'll be able to Soul Scar. So we're in a pretty decent position here.
but I like doing the Skewer here because it gets our first instant or sorcery in the bin. Next turn, or on our opponent's turn, if we need to activate Roiling Vortex, we can. We can also play with Fire EOT and put it in the graveyard for our second. If we had drawn our third land there, optimally we would have played Soulscar Mage, but we did not. That's fine. No creatures in the bin. I don't think they're gaining the life off of it, right? Yeah, no. So they're hitting, but they are hitting Skewer, so we have to play with Fire our opponent. Then we're going to Lightning Strike pitching Soulscar. I'm going to keep that on top because we can play Rampaging Ferocidon after. Or we could play Soulscar and pitch Ferocidon, but I'd rather keep the Ferocidon. Plus, this way we get to keep up our players can't gain life. Players, right? No, opponents. Shit. So this increases our damage output. Plus we're gonna be able to just rampaging next turn, which is gonna be so nice. We will still be losing 3 life though to this fucking Siege Rhino. I knew it was coming. They always have it, but when I fucking play a deck with them in it, I never have it. Yeah, we're just gonna fucking rampaging Ferocidon and pass. Hopefully they don't kill it and play another one. Like that seems really hard to do though in one turn. Cause Fatal Push isn't active, and I don't think there's any other 1 mana. Oh, that's not great. Oh, right. I'm dumb. Can't gain life, huh? When I'm tapped out against decks with life gain, I get a little jittery. Yep, you get to be a 3/3, but you still don't gain the life. If they attack with Rhino here, that's a big mistake because I get to hit them with Ferocidon. And that's going to turn on Spectacle. Oh, they realized. That was a mistake. I fucked that up a little bit, but it's okay. Because now that's me pretty much telling them that they're at 3. You know, like, Ferocidon just kills them. If they go to remove Ferocidon here, the first thing I do is just activate the Vortex. And that way there's no moment where they can gain life. That way they'd have to have, I think, 3 removal spells just to be able to gain life here. Yes, and I gladly say I'm taking 4 here. If you don't play a creature, I get to attack for 3 because I have Menashe. But it really feels like a collected company. I know they're a Siege Rhino deck, but... Oh, well that makes it so much easier. Now I just have them dead at instant speed. I go for the attack, and then, yeah. Oh, thank God. That brazen dumbness makes me want to put in Graph Diggers just because of how that all kind of played out, but I don't need to. Don't indulge that stupid thought. It's a Siege Rhino deck. They're not playing Coco. All right. We're on the draw here too, which is unfortunate. uh. Okay. 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 Uh. This is a good hand. We're hoping to just kind of curve out on lands, actually. IOK here is going to be interesting. Thoughtseize, that's what I meant, because IOK isn't historic. This is not historic. Yeah, they're taking Hazoret, aren't they? That's totally the grab. Hazoret just does so much. Ooh, that's that's a sense of false confidence. I will be able to 9 them next turn if they tap out and don't kill my Soul Scar and take these two. You know, yeah. I have the possibility of 9ing them next turn. It's always fun. I like that. Yes, I will play Sokensen here. Then I will Wizards Lightning them and... Ooh, they are F6. Push you to 7, Bubs. That's... Alright. They just have a Rhino, it feels like. Oh, that's fun. Oh, cool. Well, I just get to Hazoret next turn. That's awesome. I get to drop an attack. I love that. Oh, just hardcasting the Murderous Rider here. That's fancy. Yep, opponent getting in for 2, but I'm okay with that. This Hazoret does so much. That's fun. I don't think I wait too long on that because that lets them know I have another really good option in my hand. And I think I'm okay with them gaining a little bit of life with this Murderous Rider. Because it's getting trampled. Or not trampled. Hazoret doesn't have trample, unfortunately. No, but it is getting fucking obliterated. Yeah, I mean, I saw that coming. I'm not too surprised about that. Oh, right. I forgot about that, however. But we'll just drop the Ferocidon here. Yeah, I'm going to wait on the attack. I do have Play with Fire, which gives -1/-1 counters on the Siege Rhino anyway, so I can attack with Ferocidon next turn and surprise with this Play with Fire. Oh, I guess it still would kill the Ferocidon though, and I'd only get to kill one of them. Oh, that's really unfortunate too. It's a really good creature. Interesting card for them to pick though. I guess because they want creatures for Skoos, yeah. So I'm going to shock here. Attack with everything. I'm coming in for a shit ton of damage, and they don't know I have another fucking burn spell, instant speed burn spell in my hand. It looks like it with a Soulscar Mage, but this is, this is a really intricate bluff. No matter what they do here, though, it's really hard for them to actively get away with anything. If they double block the Ferocidon, it does end up removing the Ferocidon, so that's what they're doing. Yep. All right, GG's. Woo. Keep that on top. Oh, nice Xaxes. I'm surprised they did that to themselves. Yeah, game 1 was a little rough. Didn't expect to get to hit like that, but I've got the sideboard tech for it. God bless. Never nude to bias. What? Gladly be on the play. I don't know what the fuck our opponent's thing means. Honestly, I like this. It's a really risky hand, but I've got 4 1-drops, one of them being Soulscar Mage, and I get to Wizard's Lightning off that Soulscar Mage, hopefully on turn 2. And I'm a slut for casting Lightning Bolt. They won't give it to me, goddammit. They literally have it in the system, but they won't legalize it, and I'm upset. Are they just playing with their dog? No, they were mulliganing. Okay. I was honestly a little concerned there that they were just playing with their dog. We also have Play with Fire if we absolutely want to. I was about to say we could hold priority and Play with Fire, which is nice. So now we definitely have this Wizard's Lightning. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Play with Fire first. Scry. I just like getting the damage off and knowing what's on top. I'll gladly keep another one. That kind of advantage from the Play with Fire is actually really nice. It's almost worth the 1 point of damage loss. Alright, so that'd be 7, put them to 5, double lightning strike off that. They have a kill spell though. So I'm just gonna come in. Yeah, I'm just throwing a lightning strike at their face. I don't expect Soulscar to survive this. They were pausing like maybe they don't then. They really seemed like they did, but I've also got I've got lethal in my hand. So as long as they don't gain life over 2 turns, I have them dead. Just by the spells in my hand. So they can even remove Soulscar as long as they don't counter any of the next 3 spells or gain life. This is interesting, however. I'm probably just going to cast Viashino Pyromancer here. Definitely just casting Pyromancer here. If I draw a land, I can still kill them next turn just based off spells. Otherwise, I need an additional mana or be able to get in there with Viashino. I assume we're against what's it called? That fucking 4 mana enchantress for something about Foretold. Fuck. Doom Foretold. There we go. I know words. Yeah, lightning strike you. Thank you for tapping out, opponent. That way we didn't have to keep posturing and doing all that bullshit. You look like you were just straight up blue-white control, however. In that case, I bring in 6. And then blue-white control, I don't want to be spending a lot of mana. Really ironic, but these are permanents, and that's a one-time. That means Bone Crusher's 2-for-1's also really good here. Light ups are amazing. I think my shocks are a little underperformative. I'm gonna go down Pyromancer and 2 strikes. Because I like going down the Pyromancers, but I don't want to go down too many. I don't want to go down to 9, and I think going down the Lightning Strikes is okay as well. They're 2 mana rather than 1. We're bringing in a lot of other more expensive spells, so either have them, split the middle a little bit more, thin out the 2s and 3s so that we have the more of the 4s and 1s. I can keep this. I don't love it, but I can turn 1 Gitu Labrana or turn 2 Shock Light Up. I do like Light Up the Stage against Control. I don't mind playing it a little early. you know, sometimes if I have to. Ooh, that sucks. If they're dumb, they take a risk factor. If they're smart, they took light up. But no, they take Bone Crusher. Okay. Do they not want to get to Lava Runner's thing? I just wanted to see if that counted it or not, honestly. I wasn't entirely sure. Next turn I can just play off the off the exile pile as well. That's nice. Because here they can cast a removal spell, but I still just deal 6, put him to 8. You know, obviously go into combat here. Just, yep. All right. Boop boop. Cast that. Lightning strike. Pass the turn. You know, have you like super dead in hand? It feels like. You tap out to kill my creature. I mean, I guess you don't need to tap out Fatal Push, but still, I have a. All of my cards are also instants, so that helps. Oh, I just have you dead if you tap out to do something. Cool. I love when that happens. Oops, lethal. That's why we are top decking lethal. Yeah, I go for it. Ramming up to the bottom. To the bottom. All right, easy. That's what we want. We want control games. My bread and butter. All right, into the next one. I'm probably just gonna do a short one today. It was about an hour long, is my guess. So maybe one or two more matches, and that's it. You know, 15 minutes. You know, hopefully a match is about that long, but I'll see. You know, I started a little late tonight, but I also have to get up for work still. You know, cleaned the house today, and then sat down for this. Frenny. Oh, yep. 4 land roll. Ah! Put it back. Put it back. I think I have to keep this. Opponent's on the play, I'm on the draw. Yeah, I just bought him a Bone Crusher and fucking get going. Bone Crusher is good value, but I don't even have 2 lands here. I want to turn 1 G2 Lava Runner. Hopefully I draw a land and can Shock Skewer, but I've got Shock if I absolutely need it. I've got, if I don't draw the land and they don't remove my G2, I'm able to Skewer. This is not a good sign. Ooh, that's great. That's awesome. Because even if I don't draw land next turn, I still have the chance to light up. That's fun. We take those. Oh, we don't like that. Boo. Boo and hiss. That's scary. That's why. And I don't have a Braids in the sideboard. That's fucking unfortunate. Well. The only way we have of dealing with this deck is Soulscar. But the problem is Soulscar dies to Portable Hole, and I'm 90% sure they play a fucking 4 out of that card. So they have just enough removal for our Soulscars. And that's really our only way out of this. So we just have to hope they don't hit the 4 of to answer our 4 of. Oh, Steel Overseer. Well, fuck me. Oh. Fuck. That changes what I'm doing. I just have to decide how, and this is how. It is super dangerous what I'm doing, but goddamn it if I'm not gonna try. We have a chance. The opponent kind of mulliganed a decent amount.
All right, well. I can take... If I take 3 in the air, yeah, oh my god. This is so bad. If they hit Ornithopter, that's bad for us. Okay. So it's a 10-10. I cannot kill it. I can't. Alright, yep. That's unfortunate. Mm. Alright, what do we have for robots? I have nothing for robots. That is unfortunate. Shit. I did not plan for this. I should probably take out a vortex and a cage for 2 Abrades, actually. Alright, so everything's based off 5. They're artifacts. They're not gaining life most of the time. They don't have a great way of doing that. I don't know if they're cheating anything out. I don't think they do. They do have Ornithopters, though, so Roiling Vortex can get those and deal 5 on Ornithopters, and if they have like Tormod's Crypts or something like that. So we at least have that. And then I guess I'm gonna go with the risk factors just to draw back up to try and get our soul scars because they're so important here. Um, and that means a lot of our burn spells are more important, which actually means Bone Crushers aren't. Because he's our worst burn spell, and literally everything else is just higher damage for lesser mana rate. Oh, great. Oh, this is awkward. Oh. I'll be on the play. At least we have that going for us, which is like the only thing that seems to be going for us. Alright. A lot more forgiving of 1-land hands with light ups and 1-mana creatures. Oh. Thank you. Hey, alright. Well, aren't these the Maestro sleeves? Fuck, I don't know. Oh. I think maximizing damage output is the best in this position. If we draw a land next turn, we can even Viashino and do that. You know, that's a complete possibility. Um, wow, that felt great though. I almost forgot what we were playing against as well, and I was just like, wow, we just straight up put them to 11 here and try and oh, they're just gonna enchant up the Darksteel here, which leaves it tapped, which gives us the chance to just attack with Soulscar, so we can just light up before we even Viashino next turn if we do that. Okay. Let me actually look up the sideboard. Oh, that was Gingerroot. Ooh, I don't like seeing that being cast when I don't have my thing out. My I want to say Vortex. Okay, so I definitely attack with Soulscar here, no matter what they block with. I've got something to do. If they block with the Ornithopter, I can just play with Fire the fucking Emery. It's a really like low val play, but it is a 2-for-1 here. But I do miss out some damage on the attack for the turn as well, but I actually get the kill out of it, so oh well. I clear up the gumminess of the board a little bit. This is no Explorer. Blue, white, and Soul. It's your sideboard. Spell Pierce, Devout Decree, Unlicensed Glass Casket, not gas. Jesus.
Alright, so now I attack, light up. It's a very delicate balance here. So that comes in tapped, so I just end the turn. So I can put them to 7, deal another 2, come in for 4. Puts them to 1, so I can put them to 1 next turn if they have no blockers. That's rough. They go with Gingerbrute, that's great. Nope. Had to cough. And it looks like the audio bug is happening. They're not attacking with Gingerbrute? I guess they're looking to attack and soak up damage, which means I can hold back and yeah, I'm actually gonna do this then. I'm gonna start working on that problem. Because that's until EOT, so it's still gonna be a 5 toughness thing here, technically. I could attack with the Lava Runner as well, but I want to hold up a blocker just in case they have a portable hole. But my Wizard's Lightning there was playing to drawing like a shock or a play with fire to kill the Darksteel before they did this. Turn. Yeah, that's not great. They're at 5 though. See? Glass Casket. This is why we do things like this. What? Oh. Can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. That early GG was perfect. Yes, it was a good game indeed, but I actually was the one who won it, opponent. I in fact know what your cards do too. I'm a red player. I know what Gingerbrute reads. All right. That's fun. Opponent messed up there. After seeing more, is there anything else I want to change around? I mean, having Hazarets to block is nice on the ground, actually. I'll throw those in. So I'll take out a Viashino and I'll take out a Roiling Vortex. Because those are really just a gotcha for Ornithopters. If I don't get them on, like, turn 2 to get you Ornithopters, if they don't have them by that point, it's just awkward. It helps strand them in hand as well. Unless they absolutely want to play them like they might early game. This is fun. This is risky, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12, 13 in hand by about turn 3. I'll keep it and try. This is really risky. No. Ooh, and that sucks too. I don't actually need to Lava Runner on turn 1 with all of these being instants. It does mean I'm not going to be able to skewer for our second spell for Lava Runner. However, it does mean that this happens. So they get to Ingenious here, and then before they do anything, I can just shock the Ingenious Smith. Patchwork Automaton's unfortunate. Because I can't kill that next turn. I have to wait one more turn. But most likely my turn here is G2 Lava Runner play with fire. But I have to wait and... Ooh, that is a good sign though. Because that means I am 1 land 2 land drops away. I'll keep that from killing that Patchwork. However, that Patchwork then equipping to Shadow Sphere, that's going to be a turn, I think. That I'm not going to get to stop the life gain. Yep, that's unfortunate. I was afraid that was going to happen. Actually, I can do this. So it's got Ward 2, so in my opponent's draw, or upkeep before their draw, I am going to shock the Patchwork Automaton and pay its Ward. So that way if they have to counterspell it, they have to pay the mana on their turn, which means they're not equipping the Shadow Sphere. God, that took some fucking brain power. Oh, Marijuana Y. So they can attach Shadow Spear to Ornithopter, but that's a lot less threatening unless they have Scissors. That's scary that they're willing to do that. That's, yeah, okay. I didn't know they also played All That Glitters. That's also bad. I still kill it here, but it's not great. Oh, fun. Well, I do have my long game card against them here in Risk Factor. Oh, that's cute too. I even get to cast the Gitu, crash in, and then Risk Factor them later. So that's nice. Hopefully it's a top decking. Like it feels like a top decking war now. I don't know what's in their hand, but ooh, that's not great though. Oh well, that only draws them 1. I thought it drew them 2, but that only draws them 1. So could be worse. I have a bad feeling they're gonna Ingenious. It was Glass Casket. Okay, that's fine. I'm good with that. Risk Factor you. The correct answer was take 4. This is funny. So it feels weird, but you put them to 4, so they make you draw. It makes them have you draw 3 on Risk Factor. So it immediately means that this card is now always draw 3. There is no modal. So it stops your opponent from being able to like play the game. There we go. All right. It feels like a GG's moment. Actually, no. What am I doing? So I Risk Factor here and draw 3, so I essentially get 4 cards that make it to where I have to like win the game in my next 4 cards with 4 lands. I feel like that's almost impossible not to. Okay. I can actually kill that now if I want to. I don't think I do. I think I just Risk Factor here and try and kill them. They could also misclick, because this card's wording is fucking trash. That's fun. Interesting. I could do this and hope for another Wizard's Lightning or Skewer the Critics. I could just Hazoret and try and crunch in for 5 and force the block. Actually, I can't do that because I can't cast this because this is not a wizard. So I pretty much have to Risk Factor them again. Yeah, no, actually, it's looking like it's unlikely for me to kill them now this turn. Oh, there it is.
I said unlikely, but not impossible. All right, awesome, and that's just over the hour mark as well. And that gets us a platinum too. Wow, everything just kind of fucking rounded out. That's nice. Oh, yeah, I've got a pretty decent win rate with this deck as well, 80%. The last, I think, 5 games were match sets as well, and I'm like 4-1 with it. So I like it. I think it's gonna do pretty well. I mean, it's doing well in mid-tier platinum, so that's something, right?